The GTA 5 community has been quite an interesting topic. You see, for honestly, I've had a few run-ins. Well, by run-ins, I mean I've played the game for hours on end. Honestly, I have like damn near a full month in in-game hours. And I just honestly I think I've had my fill of GTA 5. Safe to say I've had my fill. But this video is about basically the community and how it's kind of just gone or gotten to the point now where I feel like GTA 5's potential is really being ruined by the people who cover it, play it, and make it. But before I plead my case here and make a very damning statement about the current state of GTA 5 that totally has been made 1,000 times before, don't forget like and subscribe. Even just one like, you'll be honestly surprised at the wonders just your single like can do. So just don't take that for granted. Now I guess we'll get into this with the basically the driving force that I thought of, the thing that made me think of this video, right? The thing that made me think, maybe I should cover this topic. It was really honestly just the GTA 5 YouTube community, not the whole thing, the usual suspects, Mr. Boss for the win, Saints fan who's just basically a carbon copy. Sernando, that man is a different breed, let me tell you. I do not I did some research last night, and let me just say, oh my goodness, some of those thumbnails for his Fortnite videos will keep you up at night. Let's just say we're gonna skip. He deserves a video for himself, honestly, but we're just gonna skip over that. So we're talking about current GTA 5 YouTubers, people who cover it right now. Now I don't have to give you the rundown of all these GTA 5 news channels, and by that I mean GTA 5 clickbait channels that just have run out of content in the main game and have now started talking about just the game that has yet to be announced yet, the game that we don't even know exists yet. But today I want to go more in depth with not just the clickbait YouTubers. I actually want to, these guys have already been honestly just ripped into by the community. I want to talk about maybe some other reasons that you might start to realize that the entire GTA 5 community as a whole, like all of us together, are kind of responsible for sort of this community becoming what it has become, and what got to this point, honestly. What got to the point where all the people who cover GTA 5 consistently are just clickbaiting videos for views and stuff. Now, the first thing I think we need to really understand is that these people really cover GTA 5 as it's not just a hobby, it's not just a thing they do on the side. This is some of these people, this is their livelihood, this is their main source of income. And if they ain't got nothing to cover on GTA 5, then at that point it's game over. They're not going to be able to they're not going to be able to pay the bills. They're not going to be able to just function at this point. It's going to be a bad time, let's just say. Now, I will admit, with guys like Mr. Boss for the win, Saints fan, it's all really just speculation and just fake news, really, when it comes down to it. In fact, if you just look at this, page for Mr. Boss for the win, just the main few videos that he's made, most recent ones, my bad, it's been just heists, the newest heist speculation, the newest update, GTA 6 stuff. Really, it basically, there's one video that retains what's in the game right now, and that's the Black Friday sale thing, and that's another, that I guess the standalone version too, that could be a thing. But honestly, at this point, I think we have to question something about Rockstar Games as a company, okay? Rockstar. As we know, right, with GTA 5, before this whole, the debacle that we are in currently in the year 2020, Rockstar followed a schedule which was basically they'd have every 4 months, I almost put up 3 there, I can't do math, every 4 months they'd release the major update, right, the major update for GTA Online. And that was fine, I didn't mind it too much. However, you gotta understand, this makes it really tough on the content creators. Especially when it's usually just, it's dry, it's really dry. After those 4 months go by, and the new update comes, sure, okay, they actually have content to cover now, but before that time spent waiting for the update, what are they going to cover? See, the thing I can appreciate about Rockstar Games is that while their updates are few and far between, I mean, we're talking about, 3 big updates in a year, they go big. Those updates go hard, okay? I'll give them that. But there is something we need to consider. Is that downtime really worth it? I mean, thinking about it from a content creation's perspective, these guys are struggling, right? Really, really struggling to make content for this game. They want to cover this game. They want to give the game free advertising. But it's a struggle because there's barely any content ever. So I think Rockstar just needs to really rethink their update philosophy and the way they actually send out those updates. Because even me as a player, when I'm playing GTA 5, I get, after the first 2 months of just replaying the same update over and over again, I get kind of bored, It just doesn't become fun. It becomes a grindy mess is what it is, really. And you can say, well, they have the little updates in between. Yeah, but those are just playlist updates. No, who even asks? Who asks for playlist updates? Who even plays playlists? Let's be honest. So aside from Rockstar really just killing all the momentum they have with their game with these really long-winded updates that take forever to release, we also have to point to ourselves, honestly. We as a community, okay? Us as GTA 5 players, we have a problem. And that is that we take everything for granted. We honestly we need to be more thankful at the end of the day for not only this game, but the people that make this game and the people that cover this game. So you've probably heard the argument that, okay, well, if a game is dead, right? If a game's got a downtime, it's going to take a while for some new content to come out, then just, make something else, do some other content. You see, the thing about YouTube content is that once you find a niche, you're basically expected to stick to that, especially if it's a very narrow field, like a specific video game like GTA 5. People are going to subscribe to you to cover that, most of the time at least. Now, I'm going to give it a little, I'm going to show you what I mean, a little example, shall we say. It's easier said than done when it comes to just switch to something else, make some different content when you've been doing GTA 5 or base your channel off of a certain type of content. What it comes down to is that people are just going to watch you for that content usually. Alright, now here's a man I feel like doesn't get nearly enough respect. The Professional, he has done work for the GTA 5 community. Let me just say, getting to $1 billion in that game, legitimately grinding that out, that's honestly, that's something we should never forget. That is crazy. And the guides he's put out, he should get a lot more respect than he does. What he's done now is basically, with all the downtime in GTA 5, he's been making different content. You see, he's actually been doing the real world news series where he covers stuff that's happening IRL. He does playthroughs of different games. But he also does do still the GTA 5 stuff and Red Dead stuff. It's really infrequent now because, well, there's barely any updates now for these games. Now, if we look at just the videos here, the most recent videos, I want you to just look at the views, okay? Again, look at the subscribers. Damn near 900K, okay? And just take a look at the views. I want you to really take this in, because this is what's going to drive my point home, okay? Now look at the new DLC views. When he's covering the new DLC for the El Rubio update that's coming out, I honestly don't know much about it. I could care less, honestly. If I can't get the boys back to play GTA 5, then I'm just not going to, I don't even care. I had to drag my heels to come back to the Diamond Casino heist, and I don't think I can come back for another, I don't care if it's a whole new map. I'm just done with this game, honestly. But look at the views, right? Compare that to, the other things he's doing, and you'll see, it is clear as day, clear as crystal, that when you try to switch up content in a downtime, it's really tough to escape your niche. He also talked about in a video how people were complaining, basically talking about, hey, where's the GTA 5 content? You guys need to realize, right? If there is nothing to cover in this game, then they don't have to cover anything. Nobody has to be a Mr. Boss for the win or a Saints fan covering speculative videos, making just absolute crap videos, talking about stuff that may or may not be real. And here's where I think we need to come in as a community, okay? Guys, honestly ask yourselves, alright? Should we, as a community, just be watching GTA 5 content? And if it's something that that isn't GTA 5, if the guys we subscribe to for GTA 5 content aren't doing GTA 5 stuff because there's absolutely nothing to cover in the game, do you think we should just leave them hanging like this? A guy like the Professional, a man who has grinded to $1 billion in this game, is being left hanging like this. Honestly, This community is just disrespectful. I know there's literal kids who play this game, and I get it that the majority of the people who play this game are just straight up childish. Trust me, I would know. But this is honestly just disrespectful, right? So it's like this. We have a community of content creators who have nothing to cover because the game never gets any updates and have started just straight up clickbaiting. Actually, let me show you one more thing. Just one more thing real quick. So basically what I've pulled up here is a keyword explorer, right? I'll type in a keyword, right? And it'll just basically give me all of the search results, the amount of search results for a certain keyword. So let's just start by typing in, GTA 5. So we've got a grand total of 4... I can't math, man. I'm sorry, bro. 45.7 million videos. Okay? Along with the 52.9 million monthly searches per month. Mind this, okay? Remember this. That's a lot. That's a lot. For GTA 5, that's a decent amount. Now, let's type in GTA 6. This is the problem I'm having. Why are there 32.7 million search results for a game that doesn't even exist? Let's be honest here, guys. This game doesn't exist. GTA 6 doesn't exist. We do not know if this thing's even in development yet. It's all been speculation. So, obviously, we could just blame, we could blame the content creators, the Mr. Bosses, the Saints fans, who just clickbait all the stuff covering GTA content that isn't even real. Or, we could also blame the fact that Rockstar just has completely neglected their community. I mean, hell, why do you think GTA 5 role-playing has blown up, or had blown up? It's because the community had nothing else to do, right? So they said, you know what, let's just take a page out of Minecraft's book where we have basically a bunch of different servers with different plugins, and it just makes it a completely different experience than the regular vanilla GTA Online. But then we also can consider the community, us players. The fact that we won't even give these guys a chance if they try to do something different that isn't GTA 5 or GTA 6 related. We gotta fix this. There should not be 32.7 million videos for a game that doesn't even exist. Start respecting people. Start respecting the community. Because if we don't respect ourselves, if we treat each other like crap, then it goes full circle. And then this entire community is just gonna be what it's been for the past 5 years, which is crap. Anyways, that's been the end of the video. I'm going to wrap it up here. I've been going on for 25 minutes. Jesus. Okay. I'm going to wrap it up. Take care. And remember, I ain't got no catchphrase.